Peace everyone, Unmask Art here, and welcome to day 24? We're at day 24 of Inktober. Oh my goodness gracious. Yesterday's prompt was ancient, and today's prompt is dizzy. So let me quickly share the lovely work you guys submitted for yesterday's prompt. I honestly, I can't believe we're at day 24. Like, this is the last week. I just realized there's just the 7 days left of Inktober, and that's it. There's just one more week of Inktober. I honestly can't even comprehend it. It just, gosh, it goes by every single year. It just goes by so quickly. Like, I would say like the difficult part is day like 8 through 12. Those feel like the Mondays of Inktober. And then when you get to like 19 through 22, then I feel like that's like the second Monday of Inktober, and it's just kind of like tough to get through. But 24, we're at 24, ladies and gentlemen. Hey there, Alicia. I am doing fine. Thank you for asking. Hildy, Fine Art and Performing Arts. Hello. I think this might be the first time I saw you in the live stream chat. Oh, hey there, Martha. Did you see your chibi that I did yesterday, Martha? Here you are, front and center. Hey, Diane and Lily. It has been relatively easy. Well, relative being the key word there, Lily. Anyways, I forgot to do something. So I need to show this picture to make an announcement. If I can find it. I thought I had it. Oh, there it is. No, that's not it. Where is it? Am I missing something? Oh, there. It's right in front of my face. So, real quick, I just want to mention that I made hoodies for the family. So I have a link in the description right now that you can click on, and you can go get an Unmask family hoodie. I decided to make them a couple days ago. I was thinking, this has just been such a fun Inktober, and getting to draw everyone in the family, well, not everyone in the family, but as many people as I can throughout the month, has just been super fun. And hanging out with you guys and just kind of like bonding. We've been spending some quality family time together, in my opinion. And I was like, I have to have a shirt or a hoodie that has Unmask Family on it. And so this morning I started doing some Photoshop stuff. I took my original logo and stuff and used the same font and all of that. So there you have it. I don't know if you can read it, but right underneath family, it just says create together. So it says Unmask Family, and then real small underneath, it just says create together. And yeah, so that's something that I made to commemorate this year's Inktober. And yeah, if you're interested in picking one up, link is in the description for that. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Oh, hey there, Gabriella. Wobs, maybe I said that correctly. Mindy, hello. Tina. Can I do more colored pencil tips on my channel? Yes, I can, and I'm working on a project right now, a landscape project, and I'll put out a video after I'm finished with that. Yeah, after Inktober, things will get sort of back to normal as far as like what I upload on my channel. What was I lost my train of train of thought. But if you want regular colored pencil tutorials, then I recommend joining me over on Patreon, because I do live colored pencil tutorials every single week, every Thursday. So that would be the most ideal place to learn colored pencils from me. And I have like over 100 colored pencil tutorials, and so you're looking at like 200 to 300 hours worth of colored pencil tutorials that I already have on Patreon. So a lot. But I will keep producing them because I like to. So anyway, hopefully I didn't miss anyone coming into the chat. Linda, hello. Anyway, so today I am drawing the lovely Gabriella in her hoodie. So that's who I have sketched here. Hopefully you recognize yourself a little bit, Gabriella. You're gonna have one of the easier names for me to remember, because it's also the name of my mother-in-law, and if I forgot that name, I would have some troubles. But yes, I'm finally getting down the list a little bit more on the endless list of family members to draw, and so getting close to the end of the list. And good thing too, because I'm really running out of space here on my paper. Oh, hey there, Sneaks. I don't know if I said hello to you yet. Maybe I did. Oh, you're welcome, Gabriella. Happy to have you in the family. Anyways, I hope everyone is having a fantastic week. Yesterday you guys asked, or one person asked, maybe two, I don't know. A couple people had me talking about the house that I bought and that I'm having renovated. So I do have some pictures of my house that I'll share with you when the time comes. I think what I'll do, I'll finish up the sketch. I'll fine tune the sketch here, and then I will I'll show you the before and after. Well, not quite after, but the before and work in progress pictures of my house. It's not quite done yet, but it will be soon, and so I'll show you the progress pictures thus far. I can assure you the house is not, it's not like a mansion or anything spectacular. I literally just bought it for an investment property, so don't get too excited. Because I don't want to disappoint you. But I am excited to share it with everyone. I'm gonna fit Gabriella right here beside Gina, in between Myra and Oksana. And so I had to give her some feet because she's gonna be, I think she'll be the last person that you can see legs. Because right about here, I think. And so a little bit of your legs and feet are showing, so I had to draw the whole thing. Oh, hey there, Adam and Shiny. Did I already say hello to Shiny? Oh, hey, Daniel. There we go. I think that's good. So I'm just going to lighten those lines, and I'll add the graphite on the back, prepare it for transfer, and then I'll show you guys pictures of my house. My sister has done a really good job so far making it look much better than it did when I first bought it. It was in pretty rough shape when I bought it, for sure. And the funny thing is, somebody was living in it, which I don't know how they did. I don't know how they tolerated it. I wouldn't have been able to. Oh, hi there, Jelena. First time viewer? Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're able to make it. The name of my pencil here is Graph Gear 1000. Anyways, I'm going to add the transfer graphite on the back here, and then I'll show you guys my house. And I just want to mention the renovations that my sister has done. I bought this house back in the beginning of July, and she's done all the renovations, like 98% of all the renovations she did by herself. All the painting, the flooring. She's not quite done with the flooring, but I mean, there was a lot of work. My dad did some of the backyard stuff. He helped level out the backyard, and there was an above the ground pool in the back when I bought it, but I got rid of it. Just something that I didn't want to have to take care of, so I just scrapped it. Alrighty, that's ready to transfer, so before I do that, let's go ahead and have a look at my house, shall we? Okie dokie. So this is what the outside of the house looks like currently. The porch and the stairs are painted. The bricks there, the cinder block foundation, that's going to be painted shortly. And then let me make sure this is a before picture. I'll let you know when we get to the renovation side. So this is the living room area, and you can see it has this old original pine hardwood flooring, which looks pretty beat up. There was, I want to say there was carpet on it. I'm pretty sure there was carpet over top of this flooring, and so yeah, that's gonna all be changed. I'm having my sister put down plank flooring, vinyl plank flooring, with like a smoky gray finish. This is the front door. The living room area that you saw was just to the left of that, and then the stairs with the nice oak banister. The house was originally built in 1908, so it's, no, 1909. So it's 110 years old. Pretty old house. This is standing in the kitchen looking into the dining room area. You can see the walls all plastered up and wallpaper coming off. There was a lot of wallpaper that my sister had to take down. Kind of feel bad. Here's what the kitchen looked like. That floor is just a linoleum floor. Terrible. Oh my gosh. There was like 10 layers of flooring underneath that my sister had to tear up. There was like hardwood floor, there was carpet, and then there was plastic, and then there was more carpet, and then there was more plastic, and then just a bunch of layers and layers and layers. So my sister had to get rid of all of that. And yeah, the empty space there was where the washing machine was, or not the washing machine, but the dishwasher, and I had that taken out because I didn't want to deal with that. I didn't want something else that could possibly leak, since it's just going to be a rental. This is one of the upstairs bedrooms. There's 2 bedrooms. So yeah, pretty bad shape. That's the old carpet, really bad carpet. This is the carpet that was leading up the stairs there. Again, you can see pretty how bad the carpet was, and just how bad things look in general. Now this is a post some renovation. The floor, that's a mudroom there that leads to the back porch and backyard. That's the new wall color. It looks more gray than it is. It's actually more of a blue color. With new beadboard. That's the new beadboard my sister put up in the kitchen. Remember that bedroom I showed you that was really bad? This is with the new carpet. It still needs to be vacuumed because you know how you have little carpet bits all over. So new carpet and fresh paint that my sister did. This is the dining room area, the one where all the wallpaper was and looked pretty bad. So that's looks like she's putting in the molding at the bottom of the floor, or just measuring it off. I can't tell if she has the new floor down or not because of the dust. So this is a little bit more renovation of the kitchen. You can see the cabinets have been replaced there, where the dishwasher was, and she painted them, the cupboards and stuff. And then also there's a new countertop that's going to be put in hopefully this week or within the next week, and then a new stove there. Here's the master bedroom upstairs. Just fresh paint, fresh carpet, painting on the molding there. Here's what the stairs look like now. So a lot better with the paint job and new carpet. And yeah, that's it. So that's some of the updates for the house. Yeah, Cece, she's done a good job so far. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Adam. I was wondering, like, that's the old chimney, obviously, coming up through the house, and it was bare when I bought the house, and it kind of adds a nice little rustic feel to that bedroom to have it, to just have it, put molding around it, but keep it just, bare or whatever. So it looks pretty nice. And for the color scheme of the house, hey wifey, for the color scheme of the house, I told my sister, like, what are you doing? Why are you creeping?
Keep dripping or dropping, dripping something.
We'll get out of here. Close the door, Creeposaurus.
Did I even listen?
My wife's creeping on me. She just got home. But when I asked my sister to do this, to undertake this immense job, I was like, look, you pick the colors, you do whatever you want to do, really. And I just said, like, for the outside brick and porch, I just want like a cool gray, like medium tone cool gray. She went a little bit lighter than I wanted, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. And then for the walls, I just want a cooler white tone. She went a little bit more blue, and then a smoky colored flooring, and she just kind of matched the carpet to that. And then the countertop just has that, like, that white, gray and black quartz look, and so that's what the countertop is going to look like eventually when it gets put in. So I'm really excited for the countertop to come in, because that's really gonna make the kitchen just look a whole lot better. Yes. Oh, the house is in Akron. So back in my home state of Ohio. I'll get you guys some new pictures when I get back from my visit to the States, because it better be done. I love my sister, but it better be done before I get home. I'm next month. I'm traveling to the United States to see my family. I'm trying to get this in the camera here. Okay, but yeah, I'll get you guys some updated photos once it's done, complete. I hope that even though it's getting real close to winter here, I'm hoping that I can get it rented out before the end of the year. I mean, I've moved a couple times in cold weather, middle of December and junk, so I'm sure other people do. They don't want to, but they do. It's funny, I've only been inside my house like twice, or maybe 3 times. And at no point was I in it during renovation. I literally bought it and then basically handed it off to my sister. And I bought it the same day I saw it. That was my experience. My house buying experience, my very first house buying experience was I bought the first house I looked at. Oh, hey there, Amanda. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody else coming into the chat. I was when I was going through the pictures there, I was looking at the pictures and not the chat. So I wasn't sure if I missed anybody, but if I did miss you, welcome. May I ask what part of the states? Well, I live in Poland, but the house is in Ohio. Yeah, well, I was, so talking about buying the house. I was really, 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 really motivated to buy pretty much any house. Um, I I think it was, I want to say it was March. I think it was March when I was just really getting into real estate, and I was trying to work out how I was going to retire, and real estate just seemed like the most the most secure way to retire. And so I started, I read, I don't even know how many books, like 5 or 6 real estate books, as far as what I wanted, what my plan was. And what my plan is to do is what's called BRRRR, which is to buy, rehab, refinance, rent, and then repeat. So you just buy houses for the purpose of renting out to get cash flow, and then you just wait for the value of the houses to go up, and basically that's your retirement. And I don't own a loan or anything on this house. I just paid cash for it, and paid cash for all the renovations and all of that stuff. And so once I rent it out, it's just 100% cash flow, which I should be able to rent it out for about $800 a month. And then after paying like insurance and just putting money aside in general, I'll probably have about $600 in extra cash flow each month. And then I'll just have a property management company run the property, so I literally don't even have to do anything. I just have to pay the taxes and get paid. And then, when something breaks, I'll have to pay for that, but that's expected, and that's fine. That's why I'll just put the money away that I get for rent. And so I bought the house for $22,000, and after the renovations are done, I I put 17,000 into it, and so after the renovations, the house will be worth somewhere between 60 and 70,000. So I could just flip it. I could just sell it for, $25,000 profit ish. But that's not what you can't retire off of you can't retire off of $70,000. So instead, I'll just rent it out and have the semi-infinite cash flow. And then once I get 10 more houses or 9 more houses, I'll be good to go. Because if I can get 10 houses, and if I were to only make $500 a month from each house, that's $5,000 a month from 10 houses. So easy peasy. That's just the way it goes. That's my plan. And I'm one house down. Oh yeah, yeah. The renting cost in that area of Akron is quite cheap in comparison to a place like New York or California. I mean, I lived out in Seattle, so I know the ridiculous prices of renting. I mean, my house is a 2 bedroom, 2 bath with a really big backyard. Not like really big, but a very decent sized backyard, and its own driveway. It has its own driveway, and so $800 a month. That's great. When I was in college, when I lived in Seattle, I lived in a room of a shared house. I don't know where else that might be common, but it was literally a room, and it was about this. It was smaller than the room I'm in right now. Like the ceiling was very very short because it was the basement part of the house originally, and I paid 1,000 or 1,050. I paid like $1,000 a month for a room in Seattle. So trust me, I'm no stranger to the cost of living in the city. I missed what I said about where he currently lives, though. Yes, Jillian, I live in Poland, the country. So I'm over in Europe, just like you. My wife is Polish. I know you're here for the first time. Most everyone else in the chat already knows this, but my wife is Polish, which is why I live in Poland. And yeah, I've lived here for 3 years now. Which makes everything a lot easier as far as my plan to retire, because living here for me is extra cheap, which is just great, because all of my money can just go right into buying houses in America. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking for next, for my next house project. I'm a little on the fence, but I'm kind of thinking about what's called a turnkey investment. So that's where you buy a property that you don't have to do anything to, and you can just rent it out, or somebody's already renting it out, which would make it a lot easier. And so I'm thinking for next year I might just do a turnkey property, and in that case I'm looking for something. I'm not necessarily looking for a house, but I'm looking for a tripleplex or a quadplex. That would be my ideal plan. That way I can, because if I can find like a triplex or a quadplex, I don't have to buy 10 houses. And instead, I'd only have to, if I could find a quadplex, then I would be at 5 doors. So I'd have five rental properties in just 2 years. And I would be totally cool with that. I'm thinking maybe if I could do something like that, if I could find a nice turnkey investment of a quadplex, I might even just go to commercial real estate afterwards. Because anything more than 4 living quarters, so a fiveplex doesn't exist. A fiveplex is just an apartment complex. And that's when you get into, that's commercial real estate. And that stuff usually, that stuff is usually in the millions, almost no matter where you live. But I'd love to just have one building, one apartment complex. That would be pretty cool. Just simplify everything by having one. I'd much rather have one apartment complex than 10 houses. All right. I'm gonna wait for that ink to dry for a second before I start erasing it. Yeah, Cece is a little burned out on the rehab of the house. Yeah. Yeah, she's really been putting in a lot of work. Not to mention that she not only does she work on the house, but she also has like 2 jobs. So she's been, working in her spare time on the house. No, I'm not going through a realtor, so no extra cost to me. That was one thing, like when I was really getting into real estate, and I was just like obsessed with looking at houses. All I did like every day for like 3 weeks straight was look at houses until I got burnt out on looking at houses. Because my initial plan, I was going to use a loan to buy like an $80,000 to $90,000 house. That's what I was kind of looking at, because I wanted something a little nicer. But I ended up not getting approved for the loan because my bank doesn't know what a YouTuber is, and they didn't trust my income. Which, whatever, I can't blame them, because half the time I don't. So I had to resort to buying a house with cash. And so when I kind of, I didn't give up, but when I went to visit my family back in June of this year, my intention was to buy a house. Like, I really wanted to buy a house. I didn't know if it was going to happen, but one morning, it was like the 3rd day that I was there. Like, literally the 3rd day I was back in Ohio. And I woke up, I found like 3 or 4 houses in the Akron area, and my sister and I, we were just gonna go do some drive-bys. That sounds bad. That's when you just drive by and look at houses, not shoot people. We went past this one, it was just the most adorable little house in the world. It looked so nice, and I was like, I want to buy this house right now. I didn't even get to look on the inside, except for the window a little bit. We called the realtor, didn't get an answer, so we went and we drove past a couple other houses, and then there was this one house that I called about, which is the house that I bought, and the realtor could meet us that day. And so after doing a couple drive-bys, we went and we met the realtor of the house that I bought. We did a walk through, probably spent about an hour and a half there, just kind of like walking around. And I crunched some numbers because I had my iPad with me, and I was just comparing prices. I was looking at like the neighborhood as far as like house values. I did all my homework as far as like how to determine whether or not it'd be a good investment. And I calculated that, you know, it passed the investment tests, like the 1% and the 5% rule. And so I made him an offer about 2 or 3 grand less than what was listed. And then I scheduled an inspector. Inspector came, gave me some, not the greatest news in the world, but he gave me some good ammo to get the price down even further. And so I made them another offer the next day, and got them down like $5,500 from the original listing price, because the original listing price was actually 30,000, and then like a month later they dropped it down to like 27 or something like that, or 28, and then my original offer was like 25, and then after the inspection I offered 20, and they came back with a counter offer of 22, and I was like, yes, because 22 was exactly what I actually wanted the house for, but I offered lower, and then they came back at the price that I actually was willing to pay. And and that was it. It took 3 days to buy the house, and then it took 4 more days to close on the house. And about 2 days after I closed on the house is when I left and came back to Poland. So it was an eventful visit. It's super exciting considering it was my first house I ever bought. And it just gave me like the confidence and the experience I needed to, you know that I'm going to buy the next house. So anyways, I didn't mean to like ramble on about, you know, property investment and stuff like that, and talk about doing all that. But I finished drawing while I did that, and hopefully you guys enjoyed my story a little bit, because that's what I did, I guess. Gabriella is officially in the family portrait now. She fits really nicely right in there, with her hoodie. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit anybody up here at the top. I don't know. I think I'll be able to put like 2 more people here, maybe 3. No, nah, probably like here and here. I don't know if I can squeeze somebody in here. Maybe I can, actually. So I might be able to fit 3 people here. 1 person can go here, 2 people can go here, and maybe I can squeeze 1 person over here. Yeah, so really, really quickly running out of room here. Oh, you're welcome, Gabriella. Anyways, before I go, I have to name everybody. And you know what? You guys are gonna be thoroughly impressed with me. Okay, 100%. You have to be impressed with me, because yesterday my wife and I went on date night, and we watched the new Zombieland movie, which was great, by the way. But when we were eating dinner, we were eating at one of our favorite restaurants, Buina. I was talking about the stream, I think, or I was talking about how many family members I had drawn already, and I said that there's 40 names. Now there's 41 names that I have to remember. And when we were sitting in the restaurant, I was able to name every single one of you and the pets. And not only that, but I did it in order. I did it in order like this. And then here I usually go this way, but yeah. So I was able to name everybody from memory without even looking at the family portrait. So anyways, here I go. So it's Lindy, Lily, Anna, Janice, Wendy, Chrissy, me, Nugget, Noodle, Steve, Sergio, Desert Prince, Precious, Mayang, Jennifer, Matthew, Kev, Linda, Donna, Sandri, Stefania, Marcy, Brenda, Joy, Kenny, Barbara, Paulo, Ash, Jessica, Priya, Clover, Shiny, Gabor, Myra, Oksana, Mache, Shell, Mac, Martha, Gina, and Gabriella. That's everyone. That took like half a second. I've got this down so good. I can actually, I'll flip it over. I'll flip it over and I'll prove to you that I can do everybody, okay? So I might have to close my eyes because I have to picture it in my head. So Lindy, Lily, Anna, Janice, Wendy, Chrissy, me, Nugget, Noodle, Steve, Sergio, Desert Prince, Precious, Mayank, Jennifer, Matthew, Kev, Linda, Donna, Sandri, Stefania, Marcy, Brenda, Brenda, Joy, Kenny, Barbara, Paulo, Ash. I might mess up here. I am trying to picture it, but I can't quite picture it. Maybe if I open my eyes. So there's Ash, and beside Ash, who is beside Ash? Jessica, and then I jump over here to Gabor. Beside Gabor is Myra. Don't forget about Priya, Clover, Shiny, Myra, Oksana. Beside Oksana is, oh my goodness. Right beside Oksana is Mache, and then Shell, Mac, and then yesterday I drew Martha and Gina, and then today Gabriella. Boom. Everybody. One more thing before I go. I want to mention to everyone that's in the chat that might not have been here at the beginning, I made an Unmask Family logo that you can get a hoodie for, or a hoodie with. You can get it on a hoodie, as you can see the picture there. I have a link for it in the description. If you don't want a hoodie, you can get a t-shirt or a sweater or something, a coffee mug, whatever you want. You can get whatever you want with it on. Yeah, I have a link for that in the description. So if you want something to commemorate this year's Inktober and the epic time that we have had so far this month, yeah, that stuff is there. And then yeah, that's gonna be it. That's it for today's stream. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning, because I am streaming in the morning, tomorrow morning, and I'll schedule that right after I finish here. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Peace.